Will this be your first video recorded with your new camera? Ooh, no pressure.
So I kind of changed my hair quite a bit. There's something about hairstylists when I go into salons, they always say about 5 seconds after I've sat in the chair that I'd look great with a full fringe, and most of the time I'm like, no, just cut me the side fringe, and occasionally I let them talk me into it when I'm either really tired or really impressionable or really fed up, when I'm kind of like 2 steps away from cutting my hair off with kitchen scissors and laughing in that kind of psychotic manner. So I let them do it, and it's taken me about 3 days to actually, well, 2 days to like it and an extra day to actually realise that it is me in the mirror. Yeah, it's a bit of an adjustment. I feel a bit gothic Lolita, and I don't know if anyone's going to get that reference. It's kind of a Japanese street fashion, but I asked for my fringe to be blended in to the side so that I didn't feel bob when I had my hair up, and now I feel a bit gothic Lolita. Not sure how to think about that, but anyway, so this fringe allows me now to wear the world's most awesome hat, which is of course the woolly kitty hat, which I bring out as soon as it's just a sniff colder. It doesn't have to be that much colder, just as long as the temperature starts dropping, I'm definitely putting this hat on because it's the most awesome hat. So this could count as a favourite because I love this hat and I wheel it out every year. I do go on quite a lot of stairs when I wear this hat. I did get quite a suspicious one from a policeman the other day when I was wearing this walking down the street, but I feel quite pleased with this hat. It just makes me feel generally pleased. So I'm going to do my favourites. I know it's really late. I've been up to Nottingham. I've been working on my first article for Carmine, which is a new beauty box which I need to get a video up on. I've been sorting out Kiwi's birthday, I've been doing work for my thesis, and basically it just kind of went all in one go. So, first product I've been loving this month, or last month I should say, has to be the Matchmaster Foundation. I used this pretty much exclusively throughout the month of September, whenever I bought it. I can't remember when I bought it, but it was quite a while ago and I used it pretty much exclusively. There are only 2 instances, and that was a trip up to Nottingham. So on the day I went to Nottingham I wore MAC Pro Longwear because I needed my foundation to go the extra distance, and then yeah, just trips to Nottingham. Those were the only times I actually wore something different. So I am making excellent headway with this bottle. I absolutely love the coverage, I love the way it looks on my skin. The wear is something that I'm not particularly like yay about because it's, you know, it doesn't last the whole day on me. It lasts about 9 hours. 9 hours is fine in the grand scheme of things because I spend a lot of my time studying at home. So I do really like this. I really like the way that it adjusts to my skin. I like the finish and I like the way that it blends really, really easily. Naturally, there has to be a brush that I've used more than any other this month because I've been using a different foundation, and that has to be flat topped kabuki style brushes. So the e.l.f. powder brush and then the Sigma flat top kabuki brush. I love these brushes with MAC Matchmaster, so much so that they're both disgustingly dirty and desperate need of a wash. Actually, my e.l.f. powder brush, my one has died and this is about 2 years old, so I don't think that's bad going for a £3.50 brush, but the hairs are falling out about 10 a day, so it's definitely got some very sad form of alopecia. But flat top brushes I've genuinely found are the best brushes for MAC Matchmaster Foundation. There is nothing else that works better. This buffs it in, really works it into the skin. These just cover a really big surface area in a little time, and they work the foundation into the skin, they buff it and they spread it over a large area. So I really, really love flat top brushes at the moment. It's been a really tiring month for me. I've been getting up before 9 o'clock. Yeah, I know. That's nothing to brag about, but I've been getting up at 7 most days, which is pretty much a normal person's life anyway, because I've had a lot of work to do and a lot of things to do. And other than coffee, which I actually hate, by the way, I hate coffee, but Kiwi bought a coffee machine, which is behind me, so I've been kind of drinking a coffee every day. But other than coffee, the only thing that's been making me look more awake is this SkinFood Salmon concealer. It's the Dark Circle Cream, but this is in shade 1 and it's a Salmon Dark Circle Creamy Concealer. Now, you have to be quite careful with this because it does tend to crease on me right where I get the kind of Gollum eye look, where you get the kind of bulbous lower eyelid thing. That makes me sound really sexy. But I really love the way this covers dark circles. It really neutralises them because it's this peachy colour. It's just a really, really great product. You have to be quite gentle with the amount that you use, and I don't know if it's going to do anything other than quite superficial circles. Like, I don't know if it's going to do hereditary circles, but I've been really liking this for covering up my tired eyes recently. Another thing that I've been loving, and I love this more than when I bought it. The first time I used this, I just thought, what is this? But this is the Suqqu eyebrow pen, and this is in moss green, I believe. It's a really peculiar colour. Yeah, let's see if I can swatch it for you. It comes up this weird brownish colour. But the point is that every time I put this on, especially because we had a bit of an Indian summer a week or so ago, every time I put this on, it just makes my eyebrows look really, really natural, just defined, but not over the top. So I usually use this with a brow powder over the top when I want to go for proper full-on eyebrows, and when it's a hot day or when I'm just loafing about and I want natural makeup, this is awesome. Favourite blush of the month definitely has to be Douceur. I'd love to say it was Penny Lane, but I actually found Douceur a lot easier to wear because Penny Lane I found wore off on me quite quickly. But I do love Douceur a lot. It's this very dusky, dusty pink, rosy something, je ne sais quoi. I just love this. It's really good quality. It's not very pigmented. It is quite a sheer blush, so you can build it up. But I think it's a really, really lovely blush for one of those days when you can't be bothered to think, which is basically, as you can tell by the concealer, I've been really tired this month. When I'm tired, I don't think. That's why I've been wearing a lot of NARS Douceur. Favourite eyeshadows of the month. I didn't really wear that many eyeshadows in the month of September, but when I did get my Chanel Illusion d'Ombre eyeshadows, I did love eyeshadow again. I didn't wear eyeshadow for a very long time before that, and then I had this kind of had this kind of like lovely run of beautiful colours and shimmers and things. So one of my favourite colours, and this was suggested by a blog that I absolutely adore reading, which I'm going to link below. Her name is Frankie, and her blog's called Love Audrey, and it's Vex, and she suggested pairing Vex with the Chanel Illusion d'Ombre in Epatant. So Epatant is this kind of taupe, greenish, goldish shimmer of beautiful deliciousness. Actually, it looks very, very much like graphite nail lacquer, and I absolutely adore the two together. Even more so when I add Illusoire in the crease. So I was putting a little bit of Vex all over the lid, and then on the outer third I'd put Epatant, and then in the crease and then winging out a bit I'd use a little bit of Illusoire, which is the most stunning plum colour I've ever seen in my life. It's hard to describe how I feel about Illusoire. It's definitely the one shadow that I had to have. I had to have that one. I immediately homed in on that one. Nail polish for the whole month. Basically, it's been a love story with Graphite by Chanel. If you didn't get Graphite, please don't kick yourself. It's not like, okay, well, it kind of is amazing. I'm lying to you if I'm saying it's not amazing. It's a gorgeous colour, and it's so me. It's just this lovely gilded grey, pewter, I don't even know how to describe it. It's an absolute bitch to get off your nails, but it really stays on. When I've not been wearing Graphite, I've pretty much been wearing Barium Raspberry, which is one of my absolute favourite. It's like a stalwart. It's one of those polishes which just goes and goes. It's this deep, beautiful raspberry red which wears incredibly, and it makes your nails look really elegant and perfect for autumn. Absolutely adore this colour, and it's $2.99, and Barry M nail paints are by far one of my favourite brands to shop. And then we kind of got a bit cooler during September before we hit that warm, that freakish weekend where we had 30-degree weather, which I was not pleased with, by the way. I just wanted to cloak myself in delicious, warm, opulent scents. So one of the ones that I immediately reached for as soon as it's kind of, even just that tiny bit colder, as soon as there was a chill in the air, I went straight for the Tom Ford Black Orchid. The reason I wear this a lot is because when I wear my Tom Ford Tobacco Vanille, Kiwi gets really jealous because we both love that scent so much. So I feel like when I wear Black Orchid, I'm not cheating on him. It's such a delicious smell. It's so spicy and warm, and like black currants, and kind of, it's so spicy and warm and black currants, and it kind of has this vanilla and smokiness, and it kind of dries down. Like at first sniff it smells really, really spicy, but then it dries down to this really soft, sweet spiciness. It's so delicious. I love this. And then for something a little bit more accessible, I've really, really been reaching for my Paco Rabanne Black Excess. I absolutely adore this fragrance. It's so delicious. I know I keep saying that about fragrances. I tend to go for like warm, spicy, foodie fragrances. This is almost like Black Orchid's little sister. It's just not got the same spiciness or warmth, so it's quite sweet but quite deep and sweet. It's definitely black currants and cassis and raspberries and kind of deep, heady fruits, and with a big lace of vanilla. It's just, every time I wear this I just keep sniffing at my wrists because it's such a lovely, sweet, autumny fragrance. That's pretty much it for my September favourites. I'm hideously sorry it's so late. Hopefully you can forgive me. Have a great day, everybody.